Someone embarrassedly said, "The Hyatt Hotel is a 5-star hotel. It's too extravagant if we go there for dinner? It's not less than 20,000 or 30,000 after a meal." Yeah. If you are it will cost 1 or 2,000 per person to spread it equally. Our salary level cannot afford such high consumption. Hearing this, other people couldn't help showing approval. Those who enter and leave 5-star hotels are basically high-class people, and only they have the confidence to go to such a place to enjoy. And among the people present, because they are all orphans, generally have low education and no background, they can't talk about career success. Most of the jobs that everyone is looking for are those at the lower level. Many people's salary for a month is not enough to meet the various expenses of their daily lives. They worry about firewood, rice, oil and salt all day. Therefore, when they heard that they were going to a 5-star hotel for dinner, everyone was a little worried, fearing that they would be stretched because of insufficient financial resources. Zhang Ming smiled at this time, patted his chest generously and said, "Don't worry, you guys, I will pay half of this meal by myself, and you will pay the other half together. It is estimated that it will cost a few hundred per person. How about it?" Hearing what he said, many people were relieved. Zhang Ming will pay half of it by himself, which really relieved everyone's pressure. Someone couldn't help saying, "Zhang Ming, how embarrassed to let you do half of the job." Zhang Ming waved his hand indifferently, and said with a smile, "Today is mainly for Aunt Lena. It doesn't matter if I spend more money." In fact, everyone did not know that Zhang Ming happened to have a budget for a company to entertain customers. What he thought was that he would pay 20,000 to 30,000 for this meal, and he would pay half of it on the surface, and let others pay the other half. At that time, he will issue an invoice and go to the company for reimbursement. Not only could he get back half of what he spent, but could also earn back half of what everyone paid back. For example, for a meal of 30,000, he would pay 15,000, and rest would pay 15,000. Afterwards, he will go to the company to reimburse 30,000. Not only would he earn face and favors in front of everyone, he also will make a net profit of 15,000. Money? Why not? Aunt Lena next to me, when she heard that she was going to the Hyatt Hotel for dinner, she hurriedly said, "Zhang Ming, Auntie knows that this is your wish, but I don't need to go to the high-end Hyatt Hotel. The place is too expensive." Later, Aunt Lena said, "And you eat wherever you go. It's better to cook a table of delicious meals for you. Let's have a bite in the orphanage. This will save you children less money. You can use the little money you save to do it yourself. It's not worth it to spend so much to get the wind from me." She has been thrifty and economical all her life. She has never been to such a luxurious place. It is difficult for her to adapt to the place where she spends tens of thousands to eat. However, Zhang Ming smiled slightly and said, "Auntie Lena, don't say that. We are all raised by you, and now we are at the age to do something for you. Besides, I said just now, I'm not alone for the meal, I pay half, and the rest will pay the other half." After that, he saw Aunt Lena hesitate, and then persuaded, "Auntie, don't worry, this meal won't cost too much. Moreover, the Hyatt Hotel has a cooperative relationship with our company. I will have some discount after a meal is eaten, and the spread is calculated on everyone's head, and it will only be a few hundreds." When these words came out, everyone present was also relieved. If the per capita consumption is several hundred, if it is still within the range of most people, everyone will naturally relax a lot. And they feel that they can also take advantage of this opportunity to spend very little money to experience the upscale and luxury of 5-star hotels, which is very cost-effective. At this time, Aunt Lena was still a little hesitant. Zhang Ming looked at the time and said, "Aunt Lena, it's already past 6 o'clock. If we don't hurry, there may be nowhere to go." Aunt Lena felt that it was rare for these children to come together to visit her. If everyone didn't even finish the meal in the end, it would be really disappointing. In the end, she couldn't stand Zhang Ming's hospitality, so she nodded and said, "Okay, then let's go to Hyatt to eat." Zhang Ming was overjoyed and hurriedly said, "Aunt Lena, let's go quickly." Someone asked, "How would a dozen of us go there?" Zhang Ming smiled and said, "My car can take 4. Let Auntie Lena take my car, and Xiaofeng can take my car, and 2 more." As he said, he deliberately looked at Charlie, raised his eyebrows and smiled. "Charlie, do you want to ride in my car with your wife? I'll take you there. Your wife is so beautiful and you should ride in a Mercedes-Benz. You can't take her on the bus." Charlie smiled lightly and said, "Thank you for your kindness, but I also came by car." "Oh, really?" Zhang Ming asked exaggeratedly. "You came by car, aren't you the live-in son-in-law? How can you afford a car? What kind of car? Alto or Xiaoli?" Charlie took out the BMW car key blankly and pressed the unlock button. The BMW 760 parked on the side of the road not far away flashed a yellow light. Everyone looked in the direction that his remote control key was facing, and when they saw him really reached out to unlock a BMW, they all exclaimed, "These little friends really don't have much promise." They were shocked when they saw Zhang Ming's 500,000 plus Mercedes-Benz just now. They felt that this was their ultimate goal in life, but they didn't expect it. Charlie even drove a BMW. Zhang Ming's complexion immediately became a little unsightly, because BMW and Mercedes-Benz are basically the same brands, and this made him feel a little uncomfortable, who originally thought he stood apart. He should be the only one in the orphanage who can afford a BMW and Benz. Unexpectedly, Charlie could even afford a BMW. He felt uncomfortable, so he took a closer look at Charlie's BMW and found that there were 3 numbers 520 written on the back of the trunk, and his mood finally improved.